Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Salatu wassalamu ala rasulihi Muhammad wa alihi wa ali baytihi wa ashabihi ajma'in. Amma ba'd. Fa'awudhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Qul hal yastawi alladhina ya'lamuna wal ladhina la ya'lamun. Sadaqallahul azim. As-salatu wassalamu alayka ya Rasulallah wa ala alika wa ashabika ya Habiballah. As-salatu wassalamu alayka ya Rasulallah wa ala alika wa ashabika ya Habiballah. As-salatu wassalamu alayka ya Rasulallah wa ala alika wa ashabika ya Habiballah. Brothers and sisters in Islam, today I have made the intention to start to explain my book, which is called Nahw, a book which is a interpretation of the book Nahw, which is a classical book which is taught throughout India, Pakistan, Afghanistan, in all of the Islamic schools, madrasas. We have been teaching this book for almost a year and a half in Jamia Masjid Ghosiyah, Lee Bridge Road, Walthamstow, London, Waltham Forest Islamic Association, as we reintroduced the Dars-e-Nizami syllabus, the classical syllabus, which is well known and recognized by the Islamic world, and which is a classical syllabus which is taught in all the classical institutes in this India, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Asian subcontinent. We try to teach Persian because this book was written in Persian. Alhamdulillah, some of the students did understand it. They learned Persian and they studied the Persian text, and Alhamdulillah they are teaching now in other institutes around Walthamstow. But we needed an English interpretation of this book in simple English so that our youth, our youngsters, English speaking students could understand it. So therefore I tried my best to try to make this as simple as I could. Although there is many other beautiful works on Nahw available in the market, but this format is quite simple and easy to understand. We have been teaching this English version of Nahw in our madrasa for a few months now, and as I started explaining my book, Kitab Sarf, which was an interpretation of Sarf-e Bihai and Mizan Sarf, I took it upon myself to try to explain this book in English in small 10 to 15 minute lectures, so they are easily understood. The book has 75% of it has been written, and it is available in the soft form, which will be uploaded into the description box at the bottom of the video. And also this is available from Waltham Forest Islamic Association, our mosque. Also it is available on Jamia Fatimiyya Qadri Jilaniya website and YouTube channel. It will be in the archives as well, so it will be easy for you to download and study it free of charge. There is no fee or a price for this book. Just I have written this book just for the pleasure of, to gain the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His Rasul Hazrat Mohammed Mustafa sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. Also available on our website which is www.islamichub.org.uk. It is on the front of this book. Behind me, those of you who have studied and have seen the videos of Sarf, they will understand that there is a chart at the beginning of Kitab al-Sarf. There is the same chart with some slight changes, because you see Sarf and Nahw are two subjects that are used in understanding Arabic text, and the objective is to understand Kitabullah, Quran Majid, Furqan Hamid, and Sunnati Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Hadith Rasul Pak sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and the fiqh text and history. Any Arabic that is related to Islam, this is our objective. We are trying to make it easy as we can for the English-speaking Muslims and young students whose first language is English to understand this, so that they may be in a position to understand Kitabullah and Sunnatul Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wa alihi wasallam. Before I begin, there is a chart that so this is a chart that will be at the beginning of the book. This is not available in Nahw Mir, but this is something that I have put together myself, and it will explain, inshallah. You see, and part of this is written at the top. Behind me on the board, you see the spoken word, which is lafz, words that humans being use to communicate. There are of two types. There is mawzu, which means a meaningful word, and muhmal, which means a meaningless word, a word that does not have a meaning. Then mawzu, a meaningful word, is further divided into two, which is murakkab and mufrad. Mufrad would mean a singular word with a meaning, and murakkab would be a compound, a few words put together, two words put together to form a complete word. So it would be a compound. Mufrad is also termed as kalima. So from this point on, we will be calling lafz, mawzu, mufrad, we will be calling it a kalima. We will be using the word kalima. And every time we use the word kalima, it would mean lafz, mawzu, mufrad, a spoken word with a meaning. And you see, this was the same chart that was in Kitab al-Sarf. But what is different between Kitab al-Sarf, morphology, Sarf and Nahw? Sarf deals with the formation and conjugation of words, how words change, how their forms change, and how the sequences. But Nahw, it deals with the declension, the i'rab. And what i'rab means is something that is at the end of a kalima, a letter, how it fluctuates, how it changes. And if you see on the board behind me, I have written three words: Zaydun, Zaydan, and Zaydin. You see, Zayd is a noun, is a name of a person. But if you look at the end of it, the mahalle i'rab, the word that the diacritic is on, i'rab would be termed as diacritic, meaning zabar, zair, pesh, dhamma, fatha, qasra. They would be all termed as diacritics. And so how it changes, how it fluctuates. So sometimes it would become Zaydun, sometimes it would be Zaydan, sometimes it would be Zaydin. And the subject of Nahw would be that what causes this change. In Sarf we dealt with what causes the change of form of a word, of a kalima. But Nahw does not deal with that. Nahw deals with what is the fluctuating regent. What is the regent that makes this change? Why does it change? And when it changes, what meaning does it change to? This is a subject of Nahw. And I will show you another piece of paper, inshallah. These will be available in my book. You can have a soft copy if you contact me by email or from Waltham Forest Islamic Association, free of charge. Or it can be freely obtained at archives, inshallah, in the next few days. And you can download it. This is the first page, somewhat similar to the book Kitabul Sarf that I have wrote. This is page number 1. And this is page number 2. I shall quickly run through these with you. Lafz is a spoken word. Mawdu, number 2, would be a meaningful word. Number 3, muhmal, would be a meaningless word. Mufrad would be a singular word. Murakkab would be a compound. Kalima is the word. And our focus in Sarf and Nahw would be on this word. Number 6, which is kalima. Ism is a noun. Verb is a fi'l. Harf is a particle. Murakkabe mufid. Murakkabe mufid would be a beneficial sentence. Murakkabe ghair mufid would be a non-beneficial sentence. Jumla would be a proposition, a sentence, a paragraph, phrase. Kalam would be speech. Jumla khabariya would be an informative sentence. Jumla inshaya would be a constructed sentence. Jumla ismiya would be a nominal sentence. Jumla fi'liya would be a verbal sentence. Musnad would be the predicative. Musnad alayh would be the subject. Mubtada would be the beginning. Khabar would be the information. Fa'ilun would be active subject, the person doing the action. Hukam would be the judgment. So whatever judgment would apply, this would be the hukam. Amar would mean imperative order. Nahi would be the prohibition. Istifham would be interrogation, interrogative. 27. Tamanni would be wish. Taraji would be hope. Aqood would be a contract. Nida would be promulgation, proclamation. 31. Ard would be a mere request. Qasam would be oath. Ta'ajjub would be surprise. Murakkabi izafi would be an annexed compound. Murakkabi binai would be a indeclinable compound. Murakkabi mana sarf would be a partially indeclinable noun. A partially indeclinable compound. 37 would be mudaf. Mudaf would be possessed. Mudaf alayh would be the possessor. 39 would be rafiyun. This would be nominative. These are the i'rabs. Nasbiyun would be accusative. Jarriyun would be the genitive. Taqdeeran would be the unspoken. So these are just merely some of the terminology, technical terms of Nahw that I have gone through. Inshallah, these will be available on archives, and as will be the book, Nahw Mir. And it would be advisable that if you can obtain a copy of Nahw Mir, maybe we can attach it to the description box, the original Nahw, which is in Persian, and because my opinion is that if the original book was in front of you and you try to understand this book of mine, it will be beneficial for you, because there is something called analysis, morphological analysis, meaning tarqib. And inshallah, bifazli ta'ala, if I am able, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blesses me, my intention is that all the examples that are given in Nahw, all the sentences that are given as examples in Nahw, I would try to give you the English analysis in the tarqib of them sentences, which would be, I think, very beneficial. So if it would be advisable that you have the original book in front of you and you have a copy of my English interpretation, there is somewhat, maybe some minor mistakes, but if anybody sees anything, I would be very happy if somebody would inform me. This is a soft copy. The hard copy is under process of printing. Inshallah will be available in the market, and they will be free of charge, inshallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the ability to understand Nahw, Sarf, and all the other sciences, because our ultimate objective is the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and His Rasul, Hazrat Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and to understand Arabic text. وآخر دعوانا الحمد لله رب العالمين الصلاة والسلام على رسوله محمد وآله وآل بيته وأصحابه أجمعين آمين.